Hello, namaste everyone. I hope you all are doing well in this lockdown and hope that you all are safe and sound. If you are watching me for the first time, let me introduce myself. This is Doma Sherpa, a teacher by profession and a singer by passion. Before you proceed to see my videos, I request you all to subscribe my channel so that you can see the future videos related to my profession and passion. Because my YouTube channel was dormant for a long time, this time I thought of posting videos for my students related to my subjects so that they can learn at least something better than nothing. So today in this video I am going to discuss class 6 biology and the topic is plant life. So, and I request you not to be distracted from my background sound as my house lies beside the main road, and though it's a lockdown but some emergency vehicles and essential vehicles they are going on running, so please avoid that and please focus what I'm saying. So under plant life we have already discussed the main part of plant, that is the leaf, the parts of a leaf, the functions of the leaf. So we have already discussed that in our classroom session. So this is lockdown and we all are at home. I am at home and this is not an easy task to we are also finding quite difficult to teach you. We are all worried about your educations. Well, I hope the time heals and we'll soon get together in our classroom session. But till then, we'll try to give you our best. So I would like to start with the topic, that is the flower. So flower is another main part of the plant body, as you all know. So it is the most attractive part of the plant. You know, everyone. So I have a flower here. So I'm just showing you. This is the beautiful rose flower I have with me. Today only I just put it in this bottle so that I can show you all. So this is the most beautiful and attractive part of the plant body, which helps in the reproduction. So reproduction means it can produce more and more plants. So if we define the flower, we can define it in this way. A flower is the most attractive, beautiful, reproductive organ of a plant body. Now, children, flowers varies greatly in appearance. You have seen lots of varieties of flowers with different colors. Like if I give example, like the very common example is I showed you the rose. You have a lily. We have a very common in hills, that is rhododendron. We have geranium. So there are lots of varieties of flowers with different colors and sizes. Now proceeding towards the parts of a flower. So here I have a flower, and firstly the flower is attached to its plant body with the help of a stalk, which is also known as the pedicel. And some flowers does not have pedicel, and those flower is known as a sessile flower because they don't have the pedicel, the stalk. Okay, so I'm just bringing one plant and showing you, just coming closer to you. So this is the stalk or the pedicel, and this is attached to the plant body. So you can see this is the plant body and here the stalk or the pedicel, right? Understood? Okay. So now flower has 4 parts. We are talking about the parts of the flower. So we have the very first part, which is known as the calyx. Okay, so this the first part, green part. I'm bringing it more closer. So this is calyx, and the second part is the colored part is the corolla. Here you have the tiny filament type. The white part is known as the Endosteum, and can you see this red one, the long one at the very middle? This is known as the Gynoecium. So altogether the flower has four main parts, or you can say the four walls, right? So these are calyx, corolla, Endosteum and Gynoecium. Okay, let me come to each of the part. So the first part is calyx, which is green in color, right? And then it has a separate leaflets. You can see this. So see, I'll just show it in this manner. Okay, so this is the outermost part, which is green in color, and it has the four leaflets, oh no, not four, five leaflets, which is known as sepals. Okay, sepals. Now this is usually green in color. Why? Because it helps in preparation of food for the plant, right? For the flower, you can see. And the main function is protections. Why? When it is in the bud condition, when it is very young, when it is in the bud condition, so these calyx protects the innermost part of the flower. So I'll just show you the, so here we have the bud. So can you see the bud? Yes. So this is the green part is the calyx, so it has covered all the inner part of the flower. So when it blooms, then it becomes like this, right? So the main function of the calyx is protection, and then it also prepares food because it is green in color. Now moving on to the second part, this is the second part, which is known as corolla, and corolla is the most beautiful part because it is colored, right? And why it is colored? Because it attracts the insects for the pollination. So we'll discuss about the pollination in next class, right? So first we have this corolla. So this is the second part. Now I have separated the corolla from the parts from the calyx. So if I just remove each of the part of this corolla, now this each individual part is known as the petals. So the main function of the corolla is to protect the innermost part of the flower, that is Endosteum and Gynoecium, and the main is to attract the insects for pollination, right? Now moving on to the third part, which is known as the Endosteum. So Endosteum forms the male reproductive organ, you know, the male reproductive part of the flower is known as Endosteum, and it consists of the stamens. So I have taken the, see, look at this, I've separated this part from the flower. So this is known as the Endosteum, which is a male reproductive organ of the flower or the plant. Okay, now this Endosteum is form of stamen. So each individual part is known as stamen. Okay, right? Now stamen consists of two parts. Now if I take, like I have another Endosteum from another flower, right? So I'm taking, because this is more distinct, so I've taken out the Endosteum from the one of the flower. So here it is, yeah, so I think it is this thing. Now this is the stamen, and a stamen consists of two parts. The filament, this is the long stick-like thing, which is known as a filament, and you can see at the tip of the filament there is a knob-like structure which is known as the anther. Is it clear? Yes. So this is the stamen, and stamen has the two parts, that is filament and the anther. Now anther, at the tip of the anther, if you watch it carefully, you can have your own specimen and then you can observe it. You will see the tiny grains like thing, which is known as the pollen grains, and that is the main male gametes which take part in the pollination, reproduction of a flower. Is it clear? So this is the third part, which is known as the Endosteum. Now moving on to the innermost part of the flower, which is, so this is the innermost part of the flower, which is known as the Gynoecium, and Gynoecium consists of the carpel or pistil, and it has three main parts. So you can see at the tip it is a little sticky, so which is known as the stigma, where pollen grains can stick to it. And you can see the long stalk or slender stalk, which is known as the style. You can see at the base the swollen part, which is known as the ovary. So a gynoecium has three parts: stigma, style, and ovary. Now, the ovary consists of the ovules or the eggs, which is the female gametes, right? And all these are attached to the receptacle. This is the receptacle where all these are attached. So children, this is all about the four main parts of the flower. Again, I'm just revising it. So a complete flower has a four main parts, that is calyx, corolla, endosteum, and gynoecium. So that was all about today's lesson. Children, I hope this video helped you a lot. And I just request you to go thoroughly through the book and try to draw the different parts of the flower. So keep watching and wait for my next video. Until then, bye. Have a great time.